D-Lo 404 Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Shout out to Marlo's Corner, Trey X, and the whole block fam. Go over there and subscribe to Marlo's Corner 2, and go over there on Fight Night. Listen to Trey X call a frog out of well. Okay, so back with another video about these pay-per-view buys. You know, there was a lot of outcry, a lot of criticism, a lot of people forecasting prior to the fight even being made that the event was going to be a flop. Of course, Eddie Hearn was rallying the troops as usual, saying it would be unsuccessful, nobody wanted to see the fight, etc., etc. And this is Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz's rematch I'm speaking of. So, and of course y'all see that in the title. But anyway, so you know, the thing about the whole deal, if you go back and think about when Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury had their fight, and they done over 300,000 pay-per-view buys, I think it was around 350, close to 400,000, whatever it was. Maybe I'm off a little bit, but whatever the success of the event was, there were so many people coming out saying that Tyson Fury was the reason for the success, that Tyson Fury was the reason for the pay-per-view buys, and basically tried to act like a bunch of people from the UK came over to the US and bought all these pay-per-views. You know, well, Tyson Fury had absolutely zero to do with this event, other than his criticism of Wilder for taking the fight, saying he's taking a chance at, you know, losing and ruining their event. Same thing Bob Arum said. Same thing that Eddie Hearn said in actuality when that he was pretending to want to make Joshua versus Wilder, and Wilder was fighting Luis Ortiz for the first time. Well, Wilder took care of business. The event was a success. 300,000 pay-per-view buys versus a non-English speaking Cuban in a fight that he had already knocked out the guy one time before, where everyone came out clamoring that nobody wants to see this fight, etc., etc. Same people who weren't complaining about Tyson Fury fighting the likes of Otto Wallen and Tom Schwartz, but they have so much to say about Deontay Wilder rematching a guy that they claim Wilder got a gift over, in the fact that the commission stopped the fight for a few seconds and looked Wilder over before letting him start out the 8th round. But be that as it may, 300,000 pay-per-view buys is a success by any measure in today's standards. And for Wilder to go out and do that versus Luis Ortiz, as I just stated, in a rematch in which we already saw him knock the guy out. He was heavily favored to knock him out again, and Luis Ortiz couldn't help him sell the event because he doesn't speak English. For them two to go out and have that kind of success in this event, it speaks volumes about the drawing power of Deontay Wilder. It speaks volumes about how much people want to see this guy fight, the anticipation that they have for his fights, and the fact that people are willing to spend their hard-earned money to go out and see him fight when they know that 9 times out of 10 they're getting knockouts, that they are willing to go out and pay to watch. So people tune in. Deontay Wilder's must-see TV, and people are going to continue to tune in. I hope at the end of all this, it'll help bring some of these people to their senses that keep wanting to criticize that man and keep wanting to say he's not a draw, he doesn't have a fan base, etc., etc. You know, I could care less about all the Twitter followers and all of that stuff that people count these days, other than for reasons of just saying that the man has fans. But I do understand, you know, why some people look at that stuff. But I will say that nothing translates to saying that someone has a fan base like people willing to spread out and pay their hard-earned money to see somebody fight. So y'all can kill that noise about Wilder not having a fan base. Y'all can kill that noise about Tyson Fury selling their pay-per-view event. And in fact, I think Tyson Fury went out and hurt their pay-per-view event, the rematch with his 2 fights that he had, and the fact that he ran from the rematch in May. But that's all I got to say on it. This is D-Lo 404 Boxing. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.